I just love the way that you think and the way that God speaks to you. Mm-hmm. And I know that you have this gift from God where you can just, God shows you what's next. And not only in your life, in the lives of other women. I know they have been talking a lot of the 2020 vision for 2020 and everything that's coming. But you pretty much have 3 back-to-back major events with the topic breathe. Yeah. We have the Better Together night coming. You have your leadership retreat coming. That is also breathe. Yes. And then we have the cruise that's just breathe. So what is God showing you when it comes to breathing? And why is that important in this season?
I have a huge chalkboard in my office. I mean, it takes up one whole wall of my office. And when I hear something or something's repeated or there's things that I want to remember, I will write it up on my chalkboard. And I remember writing it in the very far left corner in all capital letters, Selah. It's S-E-L-A-H. When I looked up the definition, I looked up just different synonyms. And when I looked it up and wrote down all those synonyms, one of the main words that kept coming out was either breath or breathe. And we are a wind instrument. Our bodies are a wind instrument. I mean, we are alive because of the air that we breathe. And in order for our voice to sound, whether we're talking, whether we're whistling, whether we're singing, whether we're being, we have to breathe. We have to have that breath of life. And I just know in the beginning of Genesis, it talks about that God breathed into Adam. So in order for us, he formed us and then he breathed life into us. That was the first thing. When I was writing on my chalkboard just of wind, and wind is also a synonym of Selah, which is also a synonym of breath. And wind represents the Holy Spirit. All of these connecting. And the phrase I kept hearing was a purposeful pause.
Wow.
And I know when I get things like that, I just say, okay, God, what are you telling me? What are you teaching me? Because I know that I love to juggle things. I don't know if there's people out there that know the Enneagram or anything about it, but I'm a number 7. And so I'm always, even while I'm doing something, even while I'm preparing for something, I'm always thinking of the next thing. And just knowing that we need to breathe where we are. And what is that purposeful pause? Purposeful pause sometimes doesn't mean just taking a breath. There's purpose in that and learning to breathe. And when you're a singer, it has so much to do with your posture. It has so much to do with how you breathe. Because you can breathe. If I want to sing just to you, I can take just a short breath. But if I want to fill the room, fill the sanctuary, fill the auditorium, whether there's a singer, a speaker, your home, your prayer life, to fill the room, you've got to deep breathe. You got to breathe in deep. Not take those sneaky breaths, what I used to call. And just breathe in deep and learn to breathe in deep. And there's something about what do you want to inhale and then what are you going to exhale. I just listened to John Gray and he was talking about breathing. And he was saying that there's scientific proof that when you breathe in, you're breathing in, and when you breathe out, it's way. So it's Yahweh. So our bodies are even praising God just with the very breath that we have. So there's just